Linda Martinez thought she'd found love online. Instead, she lost $127,000 to a man who didn't even exist. But here's the twist. Her heartbreak led to the takedown of a $2.3 million criminal empire that fooled over 200 victims across 3 states. This is the story of one of the most sophisticated romance scams in FBI history. And it all started with a simple dating app message. What's up, crime junkies? Welcome, and today we're diving into a case that'll make you think twice before swiping right. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone online who seemed too good to be true? Well, in this case, that instinct would have saved someone $127,000. February 2023. Phoenix, Arizona. Linda Martinez, 52, recently divorced nurse, decides to give online dating a shot. After 20 years of marriage, Linda's looking for companionship, maybe love. She creates profiles on several dating apps, including one called Love Connect. And then ping. A message from Dr. James Morrison. Look at this guy. Handsome, 48, emergency room physician. But here's the kicker. He's supposedly working with Doctors Without Borders in Syria. Medical degree from Johns Hopkins. Photos and scrubs. Even pictures helping patients in what looks like a war zone. Ladies, be honest, you'd swipe right, wouldn't you? But here's what Linda didn't know. Every single detail was fake. Meet Marcus Chun, 34-year-old software engineer from Portland, and the mastermind behind Dr. James Morrison. The real Dr. James Morrison? He's a 67-year-old retired physician in Florida whose photos were stolen from his son's Facebook page. Marcus had spent years perfecting his craft. He studied psychology, learned exactly what lonely hearts wanted to hear, and turned heartbreak into a business. For 3 months, Linda and James exchanged hundreds of messages, good morning texts, questions about her hospital shifts, stories about his humanitarian work. But every single word was calculated. Every emotion was manufactured, and Linda was falling for it completely. May 2023. 3 months into their relationship, and then James drops the bomb. His medical mission is running short on funds. Desperately needs $3,000 for antibiotics. For children, he sends Linda photos of sick children, medical invoices that look completely authentic. But guess what? Photo editing software. Now, put yourself in Linda's shoes. You're a nurse. You've been talking to this man for months. He's shown you pictures of dying children. What would you do? Linda sent the money. Wire transfer. $3,000. It was the first domino to fall. And Marcus was just getting started. But here's where the story gets absolutely insane. Linda wasn't Marcus's only victim. FBI investigations later revealed Marcus was running what's called a sweetheart scam operation with multiple fake identities. As Dr. James Morrison, he targeted healthcare workers like Linda. As Captain Michael Stevens, he pursued military widows. As Robert Wellington, he focused on women over 60. Each identity had detailed backstories, fake social media profiles, fake LinkedIn accounts, even forged military documents. And get this, he was using deepfake technology for video calls, combining stolen photos with voice synthesis software. This wasn't some guy in his basement. This was a sophisticated criminal enterprise with 5 accomplices, including his girlfriend Sarah Kim. They operated from a rented office in Portland. Multiple computers, phones, even a professional photography setup for creating fake verification images. Over the next few months, the requests kept coming. Equipment confiscated at customs, medical emergencies, bureaucratic fees to return to the United States. Marcus had done his homework. He researched real humanitarian crises, used legitimate news stories to make his request seem credible. Each story was carefully crafted based on Linda's personality. She's a nurse, so he gave her medical emergencies. She's compassionate, so he showed her suffering children. The total damage to Linda? $127,000. Her life savings. But across his entire operation, Marcus was targeting over 200 individuals across Arizona, California, and Oregon. The total amount stolen? Over $2.3 million. August 2023. After months of promises that James would return from Syria, Linda receives a message that changes everything. James has been kidnapped. Needs $25,000 for ransom. But this time, something clicks. Linda starts doing her own research. She discovers the medical charity James claimed to work for has no record of any Dr. James Morrison. Then she does something that probably saved her sanity. She reverse searches his photos. Within minutes, she finds them. The photos belong to the real Dr. Morrison's family. The man she loved, the man she sent her life savings to, was a complete fabrication. But instead of suffering in silence, Linda does something that would ultimately save dozens of other victims. Linda contacts the FBI. Special Agent Maria Rodriguez immediately recognizes this isn't just simple catfishing, it's organized crime. The investigation, codenamed Operation Phantom Heart, takes 6 months to complete. Agents had to trace money flows through multiple bank accounts, cryptocurrency exchanges, and international wire transfers. Marcus had been careful. Some funds converted to cryptocurrency, others transferred through shell companies. Some even invested in legitimate businesses. But then Marcus makes a crucial mistake. He uses his real phone number to verify one of the fake social media accounts. One mistake. That's all it took to bring down the entire network. February 2024. FBI agents search Marcus's Portland office. What they find looks like a legitimate business operation. Detailed files on each victim. Psychological profiles. Financial information. Communication strategies. Marcus had kept meticulous records, treating fraud like a business enterprise. Spreadsheets tracking victim responses. Charts analyzing which approaches were most successful. Even performance metrics for his team members. This guy was running romance scams like a Fortune 500 company. But here's what made Marcus's operation so effective. It wasn't just the technology. It was his understanding of human psychology. Court documents revealed he'd studied books on persuasion, attended online courses about emotional manipulation, even consulted with a former cult recruiter. Now, you might be thinking these victims were naive or unintelligent. You'd be wrong. Doctors, teachers, business owners, even a retired FBI agent. Marcus specifically targeted people going through life transitions, divorce, death of a spouse, job loss, retirement. He would spend weeks building trust before making any financial requests, learning details about families, interests, fears. The fake emergencies weren't random. Healthcare workers got medical emergencies. Military families got stories about deployed soldiers. Animal lovers heard about pets in danger. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, a psychologist who studies fraud victims, explained that these scams work because they exploit fundamental human needs. Connection, purpose, the desire to help others. Marcus weaponized empathy. September 2024. Marcus Chun is sentenced to 12 years in federal prison and ordered to pay $2.3 million in restitution. His accomplices received sentences ranging from 3 to 8 years. But for victims like Linda Martinez, the damage extends far beyond financial loss. Many reported feeling embarrassed, violated, unable to trust others. Some required therapy to process the psychological trauma. Linda has since become an advocate for fraud awareness, speaking at community events and helping other victims navigate the legal system. She's recovered about 30% of her lost money through asset forfeiture, but says the emotional recovery has been much more difficult. Marcus Chen's case serves as a stark reminder that in our connected world, the person on the other side of the screen might not be who they claim to be. Sometimes the greatest danger isn't from strangers in dark alleys. It's from those who know exactly what we want to hear. The case led to changes in how dating platforms verify user identities, though experts warn that determined scammers continue to find new ways to exploit technology and human emotions. So here's my question for you. Have you ever encountered someone online who seemed too good to be true? Let me know in the comments below. If you or someone you know has been victimized by online fraud, resources are available through the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center and the Federal Trade Commission. Thanks for watching, Crime Junkies. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more true crime stories, and remember, in the digital age, trust must be earned, not given.